Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for still joining this last session for this important discussion. I'm honored to be your moderator, and my role here is to facilitate a productive and respectful conversation among all of us. Our topic today is electric power forecast in Wakatobi 2022 till 2050. Will be delivered by Edo Firmansyah and Husna Ardian. Before we dive to the discussion, I'd like to remind a few ground rules to ensure that our conversation remains constructive and inclusive. First and foremost, let's remember to be respectful each other viewpoints, even if they differ from our own. We're here to learn from one another and hopefully reach some common ground. The presentation will be delivered limitedly by 25 minutes and followed by two questions from the audience each group. And no doubt, you can give your own opinion, so feel free to summarize and then expand it if it's necessary. Lastly, I do my best to ensure that everyone has a chance to speak. So please prepare your question and raise your hand or use designated method to indicate your desire to contribute, and I'll call you in order. Okay. For the presentation, are you ready? For the presentation today, time is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for being here today. I'm Husna Ardian, and with me is Edo Firmansyah. We have been diligently working on a project titled Electric Power Forecast in Wakatobi 2022 until 2050. Under the guidance of Mr. Ahmad Agustiawan, we have analyzed and projected the electric power scenario in Wakatobi for the forthcoming years. Let's take a journey into the future of electric power in Wakatobi, exploring our finding and projection for the years 2022 to 2050. Outline from this presentation is background, demography, current energy resource, planning concept, methodology, scenario assumption, result modeling, conclusion, and reference. Background and demography. Wakatobi is regency located in the Southeast Sulawesi province of Indonesia. The name Wakatobi is derived from the first syllables of the four main islands within the regency: Wangi-Wangi, Kalidupa, Tomia, and Binongko. These islands are part of an archipelago in the Banda Sea, situated in the eastern part of Indonesia. Wakatobi Regency is renowned for its unparalleled marine biodiversity, making it a popular destination for scuba diving and snorkeling enthusiasts. The coral reefs in Wakatobi are considered some of the most pristine and diverse in the world, attracting divers from various parts of the globe. The Regency is committed to environmental conservation and sustainable tourism to preserve its exceptional marine ecosystem. Current energy resource. Energy supply. The energy supply in Wakatobi primarily relies on a combination of sources, including diesel generators, renewable energy, and a developing electricity infrastructure. The energy supply in Wakatobi, Indonesia is primarily managed and provided by the state-owned utility company in Indonesia. It's called PLN. The Southeast Sulawesi province, which employs the microgrid concept to electrify its community. The microgrid concept integrates diesel power plants and solar plants. However, currently, the solar power system in Tomia Island is unable to generate electricity due to technical issue. From the investigation, it was determined that the reason for the non-operation of Tomia solar power plant due to disruption in circuit, grid-tied inverter, and storage batteries. Renewable energy potential. Solar power plant production, it's around 122,103 kilowatt hours per year. It's coming from the approach of annual irradiation. Value refers to Global Solar Atlas data 2021. The annual average wind speed in Wakatobi Regency ranges between 4 to 5 meters per second. It's exceeding the minimum standard wind speed of 2.5 meters per second. The annual electrical energy potential generated in Wakatobi Regency ranges from 9,890 to 30,375 kilowatt hours per year. In Wakatobi, energy is used by various sectors and individuals for a range of purposes. Here's the different user of energy in Wakatobi: residential, commercial, industrial, public infrastructure, government and administration, tourism and transportation. Planning concept. In an effort to reduce the usage of imported fossil fuel in the power generation sector, the utilization of diesel power plant will gradually be diminished. The conversion program to renewable energy-based power plants (EBT) has emerged as an alternative to lessen the dependency of fossil fuel and improve the cost efficiency of power generation, particularly an isolated remote region like Wakatobi. While extending operational hours, fuel-based plant will be replaced by EBT power plant, and the EBT technology utilized will align with local energy potential, such as solar, wind power, bioenergy, hydropower, geothermal, and others. National energy policy. Currently, the majority of the world's electricity production relies on coal and other carbon-based natural resources. This phenomenon is considered a major cause of global warming. The use of new and renewable energy is seen as a solution to mitigate the worst effect of temperature rise. The government itself is optimistic that the target of achieving 20% national energy mix from new and renewable energy by 2025 can be obtained. Methodology. LEAP, the Low Emission Analysis Platform, is widely used software tool for energy policy analysis and climate change mitigation assessment developed at Stockholm Environment Institute. Using this LEAP software to be used for energy planning model that covers energy demand, transformation, and supply. Prior to use this LEAP, we will start with sort for candidate area, which is Wakatobi, and then search for data required process and validate data, input into LEAP, check result and error, finally forecasting. The data needed in this study for the LEAP simulation are population growth, energy consumption, data from statistic of Wakatobi, Regency, RUPTL, PLN 2021 and 2030, and various reference. For the second image is general setting. It has two options. First is demand and second is transformation and resource. Base year is 2022. First scenario year is 2023. End year is 2050. Scenario, business as usual, and the policy is the national energy. Image on the right, it's view the tree of the LEAP. It consists of demand and transformation. Next, using LEAP by Edo Firmansyah about electric power forecast in Wakatobi 2025.
Thank you, Mas Husna. In this project, we obtain data from BPS regarding the number of customer and electricity consumption. We aim to analyze the growth of each customer type by calculating the average value of customer type data from the year 2015 to 2019. And we can see in the table on the right, social is a growth 9% and rumah tangga 8%, then business 13%, industri 5%, pemerintahan 13%, P3 3%, and lainnya 2%. We assume that the growth data remain constant across all scenarios that will be implemented. Business are experiencing the most significant growth alongside the government, given that Wakatobi is the one of the popular underwater tourist destination. We can see in the table on this bawah is in the first year in 2022 is the total is 35.6 gigawatt hours, and then in the 2015 total is 419 gigawatt hours. In scenario 2, in scenario 1 is a rewind scenario. The range target by the year 2025, a minimum of 23% new and renewable energy roles, subject to economic feasibility with petroleum less than 25%. By the year 2050, a minimum of 31% new and renewable energy roles, subject to economic feasibility with petroleum less than 20% and we can see in the picture that majority is in the Wakatobi is PLTV, but PLTS Tomia is just 1 gigawatt hour, so that cannot be change the PLTD. So we need to new PLTB. New PLTB we can see in the tabel that PLTD is 35 gigawatt and PLTS Tomia is just 1 gigawatt. And we assume that 2024 we can make the PLTS Tomia is work again. And then in 2025 we assume that new PLTB is PLTB are 5 gigawatts gigawatt hours. So in the table in the code, that target when is 2025, a minimum of 23 new renewable energy. So we assume that 2025 we need to build PLTS Tomia and PLTB so the target can achieve. And then in 2050 we just need to new PLTB. On the second scenario, it's all ABT that our target is that by the year 2050, Wakatobi will fully transition to renewable energy. Therefore, we assume that there is a need for the addition of new renewable energy generator as outlined in the table. In the 2025, we build a new PLTB and new PLTS is to 10 gigawatt hours, and 2050 2000 gigawatt hours, and new PLTS Kidal in 2040 is 5 gigawatt hours. So we can see that in 2050 PLTD is not working again. So in our target that 2050 all EBT are completed. Conclusion, Wakatobi has emerged as a promising region in Indonesia with significant potential to develop into a green tourism destination. There are both various sources of electrical energy, including solar, wind, and tidal energy. However, challenges arise concern the substantial investment cost and technical issues related to transmission routes. Thank you.
Okay, it was very impressive and informative information from the presentation that delivered by Mr. Edo Firmansyah and Mr. Kusnardian. So we've reached the Q&A session. The question will be collected first and will be answered by the presenter later. I welcome to the audience who want to ask or discuss to the presentation, presentator, sorry. So please raise your hand. Yes, Mr. Mayan.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Khairul. In this group opinion, it's relatable that the installed solar panel in Wakatobi has experienced damage and is no longer operational. And what measure can be taken? And the question is, what the measure can be taken to improve and prevent such damage from occurring in the future? From your opinion, Mr. Edu. Thank you.
Please, to your Mr. Trihandoyo.
You, Mas Hairul, for opportunity for me. Mas Edo, as we know, if we want to develop PLTS, we need highest or large area. as we know, the Wakatobi is the island and the restricted, just a small area island. What kind model of PLTS will be applied in Wakatobi, the suitable for Wakatobi? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question from the audience. And for the presenter, are you need a moment to answer, or will the answer is early?
Okay, I will answer the Mas Trihandoyo first. The question is what type of PLTS in the Wakatobi? So with implementation of central solar power system, the placement of solar panel can be strategically carried out in area of Wangi-Wangi, which is in the Wangi-Wangi is the most highest use electricity right now. So in the particular on the island of Wangi-Wangi, Wakatobi still processes ample land for the placement solar power plant. However, a potential issues that may arise is the susceptibility of wildfires, given that a majority of the land consists of dry grass field. And the question of Mr. Mayan will the answer of Mr. Husna.
Okay, I'll answer the question from Mr. Mayan. Thank you, Mr. Mayan, for the question. So, Mr. Mayan is asking about how to prevent damage for PLTS in the Wakatobi, so it will not happen in the future. Basically, the problem from PLTS it's coming from extreme weather condition, and then thief and vandalism. Yes, it thief because part of the PLTS it's include the battery, and battery is very expensive. And then next one is aging and inadequate maintenance. For the place like Wakatobi, it's a remote area. It will be challenging to come and to repair and maintenance for the PLTS. And the other problem is coming from the poor quality component. But for this case, the problem in PLTS Wakatobi, after the investigation, the problem is coming from the GTI. GTI is grid tied inverter. And the second one is coming from the storage element or batteries. In my opinion, originally Tomiya PLTS is one of the PLTS in the Wakatobi is used only one GTI. So if the GTI malfunction, the entire PLTS system cannot be utilized. Furthermore, the existing GTI provider is no longer in operation, so we cannot replace the GTI or perform the maintenance because the company is gone. What can I say is we can try to use a modular concept to be implemented in this GTS system. Modular concept, it means we are not using only one GTI. We can use 2 or 3 for backup, and we can use different type, different name, or different company. If we enabling the modular concept, if one GTI is problem, we can switch into another GTI. And additionally, if we need to perform maintenance, we can do like this. So one switch off and the other one is continue to produce. So no more reduce on the electricity production. That's what I can answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Mr. Hido and Mr. Husna. For the audience, is there any statement or any opinions of from your Awans? Or anything, is it clear? Mr. Mayan? Okay. As we approach the end of our discussion today, I want to extend my heartfelt to every one of you. Your insight, perspective, willingness, and engage this conversation have made it truly meaningful. I encourage you all to carry the spirit of this discussion forward beyond this room. Let's continue to engage in constructive dialogues, listen actively, and work together toward positive change to be our world to be a better world ahead. If there are any follow-up action or initiative that have emerged that our conversation today, please take a note of them and let's make commitment to pursue them in the days and weeks ahead. Sincerely, I'm Khairul Multazam as your moderator today. I do apologize if there any mispronunciation or miscommunication from me during this discussion today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.